Oh dear, it looks like this is happening again. Who was interested? Not me, for sure. Well, no, of course I'm interested. I want to finish this game. I would like to go into World 7, and World 7 is Lava Caveville, Townville, and Lava Cave Town. Blaze Caverns 1, it's the first of the Blaze Caverns. How many times is it possible to say a thing in the row without taking a breath? Let's find out. And I took a breath, so it stopped. Right, there's obviously a red switch around here somewhere or other. So, no doubt that's where the secret exit of this place leads. Unless you need the red switch in order to get to the secret exit. One of the two. It's something of that variety. That looks like a jump, so it looked like a jump. Charlie here, he's kicking stuff into a place. Aren't we all? That pipe looks important, so let's go there. Going places, that's what most things have to do with in this day and age. If you can't stay still, then you can't stay still, you know? You've got to go to places, and once you've gone to places... what am I doing? And once you've gone to places, then you can say all sorts of irrelevant and hilarious and not hilarious things. This is going to be a very fun place to have to game over. I'm perfectly sure and certain about all those various varieties of varicose veins. Anyway, many things can happen in this world we like to call a world. Such as that, and very possibly this. And maybe them, and maybe it. There are many different pronouns you can use. They're all very useful for pronouncing it up. And when you want to pronoun the pronouns, then, you know, it's got lots of choice. Most of the choices are utterly irrelevant in most situations. That doesn't mean they're not a choice. You can have the make, have. You know, saying things. It's a thing you can do. Let's try all the pipes, because who knows, maybe one of them contains an exit of secrecy, maybe one of them contains just the exit. It's all highly suspicious and highly compounded by the large amount of evidence in support of this motion. Let us support motion. They're my favourite football team, and that's a fact. A factual fact that you can call a fact if you want to, even though it obviously isn't. Right, have you got a key-in? None of you've got key-ins. No key-ins over here. Isn't that unfortunate? Right, so it looks like we're going to be looking for a key, even though we know where the keyhole is. There's still more to do in this world we like to call a world, Let's just repeat the same things over and over again. That is what I like to call fantastic commentary. Okay, so that means the key is somewhere in the Somewhereville. Somewhereville, it's certainly a place I just invented, which has probably been talked about before in my adventures in LPing. All that madness and things. It is truly mad, the extent to which people will go to call things mad. I assume. Right, running out of things to say means I've got to sing along and talk about how I'm singing along. That's generally the thought process I go through in this day and age. Whenever anything at all ever happens, ever. Anything of importance over here? Anything of importance over here, Mr. Cooper Trooper? All a question. What I and my friends, I think, like to call the ages. The ages such as 12.5 and 13.5, and I could just go up in increments of 1 each time, and then no one would be none the wiser, which means everyone would be all the wiser. Everyone would become wise, and the wise would not like that, because when everyone's super, no one will be, or something. Right, it looks very much like it was in that one pipe place, Townville, I went at one time. So let's try and get back to where we once belonged and do something progress flavoured. That's what I call progress. This world, it is progressing at an alarming rate. So alarming, in fact, that by the end of the century, I'm fairly sure none of us will know our middle names anymore. Yeah, because, you know, middle names are a bit of a pointless thing. And by the middle of the century, no one will remember that anyone has any middle names anymore, because there'll be an outdated concept. If I can say the same adjective twice in a row and mean it, then oh, there's a key. There's a key, there's a key, there's a key. I know the secret now. The secret is you need a red switch. Right, let's go here. So where could the red switch be? Where might I have missed As I was saying, so where could the red switch be? Where could I have missed a secret exit? Hopefully not in the place I've checked every... What am I doing? Alright, let's take a break and just come back when that's happened, alright? Well, several hours later, I'm not sure how awake I am, but yes, let's actually have a go. That was not a thing that happened. That was not a thing which has happened. The happening of that thing is dubious. I'm not even trying, am I? Now, maybe if I just sort of run for it. No. What am I meant to be doing then? Because those hand eggs, they're the most inconsistent things in the world. They just sort of bounce all over the place. You can't tell what they're going to do next. Yeah. Okay. Past the scariest part in the level and into the lava zone. As we all know, American football is far scarier than lava. By which I of course mean magma, but you know, who cares? It's basically exactly the same thing. Anyway, yes, football, by which I of course mean American football, by which I of course mean the egg of the hand. Much more dangerous than lava, much more scary as well. And this is why we shall never leave the England which we live in, unless we decide to. So, you know, I don't know what I'm on about. Knowing what you're on about, that is truly a thing. Which I'm sure several people do. I do it occasionally. Now, however, in this world of Let's Playing is not the right circumstance for such things to be happening. Like it or not. So, I think I'm going to have to go through that Charlie shenanigan all over again. Oh dear. What can be done? That. It suddenly is easy. Things become easy fairly quickly when you know what you're doing. That is how improvement and self-improvement works. Not self-improvement, I'm not quite sure what that has anything to do with anything at this moment, but it's a phrase which I think I've heard used, and so I think it's a real phrase that people use. You know, if you hear a phrase used, then probably it's a phrase people use. Unless it's just a phrase that one person uses. Or it's a phrase like I don't know, an animal or a robot or something, I don't know. Let us think of all the logically possible rather than actually possible permutations of this logic. I don't know what I'm on about. And thus we have completed the loop of conversation. Many things have been done in this episode, such as completing conversations. Conversations which are not even conversations, just internal monologues. That midpoint is going to be utterly useless, but I'm going to take it anyway. Right, that's not actually a difficult jump. The difficulty of jumps is, after all, relative. And if you don't have a relative, then okay, I'm supposed to probably feel sorry for you, I don't know. In this circumstance, I do not know who you are, so I will need to ask. I hope I do not sound insincere or insensitive or something like that. So, yes, please do not mishear the words which I am saying. There are many things in this world, some of which are called Charlie, some of which are called lava inhabitant lizard things, which I don't think we've ever seen the bottom of. In Yoshi's Island, they look completely... By Yoshi's Island, I of course mean the sequel to this game, Super Mario World 2. They look completely different to that, so who knows whether they're actually the same species at all. No one, really. That was a bad move on several levels, such as level 1, fight. What? Why are we fighting? I do not want to fight. There is no fighting going on in this world, just merciless killing of innocent tortoises. They can't be innocent. They have been specifically programmed not to be innocent. That was fairly close, and that was fairly the end of the level. Right, I'm fairly sure this fairly sure this does not have a secret exit, so I'm just going to continue onwards to slightly glitched event zone with 1 life. Nice. Blaze Caverns 3. One might say it is the 3rd of the Blaze Caverns. Or one could get a silly game over. So yes, I'm going to come back once I've done stuff, as the usual would have it. Welcome to The Death of the Sam, featuring The Death of the Sam. I think that's funny, because I'm a strange person. Right, somehow I got an extra life there, I don't quite know how or when it happened, but it apparently did. So let's just try not to have The Death of the Sam featuring The Death of the Sam return in its uneventful and unwanted and unoriginal and unbecoming sequel, and all sorts of other bad things to describe sequels as, using the phrase, by which I mean the prefix un being a prefix which you can use to prefix the words as the words. So many places to check for a secret key exit. Not one of them I shall be checking on this first go through the level. So I'm just going to go through the level, as I called it, the go through the level, and that is a short level when you're trying to take normal exit, but I assume the secret will take an awful lot longer, so let's look for it, I suppose. Looks like we're going through most of World 7 today. Like it or not, that seems to be what's happening. But yes, there are plenty of secret exits to still to look for and find and interrogate using questionable morality. Okay, so this is the part of the episode where I check every pipe in the world, but not quite well enough. Okay, I didn't un-Charlie that Charlie over there. There's a Yoshi. I've never seen you in a while, Yoshi. Presumably, because I've not actually played this game for a little while. So, yep, Yoshi, goodbye. See you later. Now to get rid of Charlie the stupid way, by not actually being as patient as I thought I was. Right, I think I've checked in that pipe up there, so let's not check it again. But there's one up here, which I assume I would need to jump off Yoshi in order to get into. It looks like a very suspicious, high suspicious pipe. It's both very suspicious and high suspicious, like that one also was. Still, there's plenty of enemies to avoid here. We're trying to avoid the enemies, which is what this entire game is all about, I assume. Yes, up here are plenty of pipes which maybe Yoshi would be useful to get into, so let's just try and get Mr. Horseman. And not be stupid, although the perceived lack of stupidity is fairly difficult to find here. Like it or not, it is the case. You might call it a suitcase, but that is not a funny joke at all. So, let's just not. Let's pretend that never happened. Let's pretend everything in this episode didn't once happen. Alright, let's execute this. Okay, I didn't get executed properly. But I'm not the executioner here. Oh, that is actually a pipe I can go into. Holds it the secret to key and lock. I certainly hope so. No, just a mushroom. Although I will be taking it, of course. What was here for? What was this place we like to call here for? Why is it there? It's not there though, it's here. I made it clear that we call this place here, not there. Either way, there are plenty of foes to dispose of if you feel like roaming on this wonderful dray of pronouncing R's in sort of erotic places. And doing interesting things to your vowels, which are just consistently a thing I do when I'm saying the word place. I don't know why I pronounce it place rather than just sort of place, but that's the thing which I do. It is my trademark, TM. Which is both a trademark and a TM. It is a technical machine or whatever the Pokemon thing is, I have no idea. I wasn't paying that much attention when I played it, so there you go. A bit of pointful trivia there. Is that pipe I'm going to? Are you a pipe I'm going to? Mr. Pipe? I don't think so. Have I even tried properly getting that one? That's probably the Charlie in the way, getting in the way. Let's not be silly here. Okay, I've tried very hard to get into that one, so let's just try every single pipe here and attempt to find something which we might call worthful, if we didn't know what words meant. Right, that does not seem to be the correct pipe. So yes, let's just get destroyed by everything in the world here. Sounds like a plan, if a terrible one, but you know, plans don't have to be good. Think charge of the light brigade. Yes, that is a nice high-up pipe. And that, I think you might find, is called a blue shell. And that is, of course, where we want to use the blue shell, and that was the secret exit of this level. I wonder if I'm supposed to feel excited. I don't know, it was a kind of a nice place to find it. So, yes, pipe, where leadeth this pipe? It leadeth to Red Switch Palace, and that should be the end of the episode. Well, what am I doing in this palace of switches, which one might call red? I don't know, but it looks like I can't bring Mr. Yoshi in. So let's just press the button which we might call... Oh, that was... I accidentally found the secret thing, and now I'm going to have to dodge all this nonsense, which we like to call a fire flower, or we could just not dodge it at all. Oh, whoa, 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 that was fun. The power of switch you have pushed will turn thing into thing. Your progress will also be saved. Fire flower! And there's only one L in will because it's coated by fire flowers, and there is no full stop because it's coated by fire flowers. Fire flowers are everyone's favourite coat. If you want to wear a coat, please send your email address and every password you have in existence to notarealthing.com/I forgot. Anyway, that was an episode where I did most of World 7, so join me next time when I possibly finish World 7. Oh yay! Isn't that a thing? Am I feeling overexcited? I don't know, probably not. Stop record now, please. Or maybe not, I don't know. I could continue to just say words in a sort of rapping kind of a way, which is out of tune, doesn't rhyme and not very fast. Anyway, never mind, stop record now, it is the time to